Yeah, you.
Fan of the Hauraki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jace, Mike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hauraki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki. Thanks, mate.
Are you into Anal May, Keezy? I didn't realise.
Anal May.
Anal May.
Oh, is it Anal May? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Anime.
Oh, is it anime?
Anime.
Anal
Anal May. No, the reason we brought it up is because Isaac out in the office was wearing a sick Cowboy Bebop shirt. And I was like, hey, Cowboy Bebop. And he was like, yeah, man.
Is that Anal May?
Yeah, it's Anal May. And then we started talking about anime, and then I was just saying about how I want to go see Akira.
What's the difference between Anal May and Anal May?
Jace, it's called anime.
Okay.
All right.
It's like animates.
Okay.
It's your and Pug's thing. That's all. I don't want to get. I just didn't know you're into it as much as he was.
Wow.
I'm not surprised Pugs was.
I'm
but-
not as into it as he is, obviously.
Yeah.
He's built a whole thing around that.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of, and to be honest, I'm mostly just getting into it so that I can bond with him because we're like a
Well, it
package
takes
deal.
it takes some getting into.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's not something you want to jump into. You know.
No, but once you're in, though, you're away.
Yeah.
Fuck. You're away.
Yeah.
All good, Mogi?
Good as gold. Thanks, mate. I haven't got anything to add to Anal May. Sorry. I don't know anything about it. Never tried it.
You don't have to try it. You just watch anime. You don't try anything.
You do.
Well, you got to try it, Keezy. I mean, you try anime.
Try
don't
it
you?
before you buy it.
I don't really see the.
It's not for everyone. Can I put it that way?
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
I mean,
You're
each to their
right.
own. And anime, I go, okay, because I know it's huge.
What the hell's anime? It's pronounced anal May.
Oh, that is anal, mate?
Yes.
I know that a lot of people are massively into it. I don't see the appeal, but each
What
to
do they
their
call
own.
it for short?
Anal. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So sometimes while my wife's out, I'll be watching anal. Hard though with the subtitles.
God.
You got to pay close attention.
Yeah.
I've been trying to buy these flights for New Year's, right?
Right.
And so I use,
Because you're going away again.
yeah,
Oh, Jet Set Keezy, they call them.
that's right. COVID ruined my travel plans.
Oh,
No
that's
kids,
right.
2 incomes. Let's get fucking traveling, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it. And so what happens is, I use Skyscanner. Have you ever used that?
Yep.
No, but you showed me it yesterday, and I will from now on.
Yeah. So you put it all in. It's cool. And I've got the exact flights, the airline I want, the times I want. I've locked them as a favorite. And the prices fluctuate. Last night at 11 p.m., just as I was going to sleep, they dropped by like $400 each.
Wow.
So I jumped in there, and it was through this random website that had like 4.5 star
They send
rating.
you updates. Does it send you an alert?
It says it does, but it wasn't. And so
You
I
just happen to be in there.
I just keep checking on my phone. I just refresh the page.
Yes.
So I go
Is
through.
it, sorry, Keezy. Is it an app?
You can get an app.
Great.
Sounds
get an
like the
app.
stock market.
Sort of, yeah. Except for I'm buying flights, Jace.
Yeah.
It's like a
Sounds
flight
like a ladder
market.
because that goes up and down too.
See,
But-
now it's a bit of a
elevator.
comparison.
It's weird that you'd think if you're going to one destination or another, there would be a price, and that would have been the fact that they're constantly fluctuating.
So the reason they're
seems
fluctuating
weird.
is because there are a certain amount of seats on flights allocated to the airline itself, and then all the third-party people that are, selling seats. So it's like if you bought some flights through, I don't know, what's one of the flying companies? If you bought some flights through House of Travel.
House of Travel, Jason.
You know what I mean?
One of them.
Yes.
It's similar ones, websites like that, and it was like these flights are now way cheaper through this website that had 4.5 star rating. So I clicked into it. This is at 11 at night. I'm half asleep. I put all the details in, blah 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 blah. Click buy now, and it says sorry, these flights have gone up by $1,500 each.
Wow.
So not only had they gone up, they'd gone up
Tripled.
like way more than they
so
were.
much. That's more.
And then I was like, what? So I quit out of it.
Yeah.
Just before I was in here, checked again, they went down again. So I clicked on it, another website, put all the details and went buy now. Sorry, they've gone back up now and they're way more expensive.
Why don't you put your details in when they're way more expensive, and then when you go bang, they go, sorry, it's heaps cheaper. Huh?
Yeah, they might reverse psychology. there,
You got to
Keezy.
reverse psychology
The problem is that message comes up once you've put your credit card in and you've clicked
Yeah.
pay.
If you were on a app, if you're in the app, would you be able to load your credit card details into it so it's just already stored there?
I might
and
try
then you can
that.
just go buy.
Yeah.
Let's speed it
Because
up.
mine's already auto-filling with my credit card in that.
Yeah.
But if I had my But the problem is the app's used for searching, and then it sends you to whatever website you're buying them through.
Ah, kia ora.
So it's not just through, you know?
Yeah,
like when
because I'm meant to be going away, so I'm going to start.
That's a
using
good way to
that
do
site.
it.
It's already pretty cheap. I just need to buy them.
When you go and book a batch, and you go, oh, that's a good price. And then you load it all up, and then when you come to pay, it's like another $700 tacked on. Because of
Well-
all sorts of stupid shit.
Or
And you go,
Airbnb's
what?
service fee for $1,000
Yes.
for doing
And you go,
jack
no,
shit.
that's not what the deal
That's
was.
not what the deal was, but I have to pay it. So
The-
it is what the deal is.
The thing with the ones that were saving money was it's like, this is how much it costs. Do you want them to be flexi? Because that's going to be this much more. Like, no. Do you want insurance? No. Do you want any of this? No. Do you want premium service in terms of if you have issues with your flight or regular service? That's $30 extra each to just for them to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
No, don't want any of that shit. And then it's like, pick your seat. Just pick a shit random seat. It's like $60. And the way it's laid out is, you know how the plane goes 3 seats, then 4, then 3?
Yes.
Or 3, 3, 3. Every single seat in the middle is double the price of all the rest. So if you want the 2 cheaper seats, you have to pick one on either side of the middle seat, and you can't sit together.
I would have thought the middle
It's
seat
good
was
service,
the
isn't
cheapest.
it? Well, for people sitting next to each other, you see.
Right.
People travel in pairs.
So that's why they've made it so you can't just have the
Can
cheap
you
option.
skip seat select?
Yeah, I did. And
Good
then
on you, mate.
went through all of that, skipped everything, and then boom, it's gone up by $1,500 each.
I don't know
Bastards.
why we bother, Keezy, to be honest with you, man.
I know. I just want to go on holiday with you, man, and it's
I
just
know.
turning into a schmozzle.
Bullshit.
Well, I was talking to my daughter the other day because we're
Nah!
thinking. We're
My daughter!
thinking of the big Christmas trip as well.
Oh, you're going
and,
away again? Oh, must be nice.
Jesus, don't get me started. And then because there's been a bit of a hiatus, and then she was like, "Oh no, they're now $2,000, and they were like 13 or 1400."
That's right.
It's just like, oh, God's sake!
Well, it's
Ridiculous.
because the place you're looking to go is one of the go-to places at that time of year.
Yeah.
So you need to buy them now, otherwise they'll be 3,000.
Maybe I just won't go.
Yeah, it's a spirit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
stay
just
here.
book a really beautiful beachside place in New Zealand.
It sounds
and
so boring.
chill in there and go a bit of fishing,
Trust me,
bit of
the
swimming.
that is boring compared to the place you want to go. That is so boring.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but then you
After
save
travelling-
money and you
Oh, that's cool,
Don't have
save
to deal,
money.
Don't have to deal with all the family. It can just be me. I might
Yeah.
just book it for me.
Why don't you book a holiday for them?
I'll book a holiday for them and a holiday for me.
Say
maybe.
girls trip.
Yeah.
What would be your dream destination, Hoodie J? We could do all the perving you wanted and no one would pull you up on it.
Yeah, because that's
That's how you work it out. You go perving, food, climate.
Price of durries.
I
Ooh,
think
yeah, true.
somewhere maybe Portugal.
Have you
something
been
like
there?
That? No. Serbia.
Have you been there?
No,
How do you know that that's where you want to go?
because I've investigated them and I've
Serbia.
What's
Heard-
great about Serbia?
heard from lots of people. Well, a dude that I used to be in a show with went to Serbia and he said it is fucking beautiful.
Who's
It's
that?
like a Croatia.
Matt Ward.
Yes, and he said it's beautiful.
Really? I
Yes.
would have never have thought of Serbia.
Most people go to Croatia.
There's Croatia as well.
There
but
is.
I don't know because I haven't really
I
been
don't
to
know
many
either.
places.
This is the thing.
Do you know why
I could-
you
I
haven't,
could go to-
Jace?
I could go to Portugal and it could be shit.
It might be
Jace.
shit.
Yes.
The beautiful thing about Portugal, though, is drugs are all legal there.
Are they?
They are.
You see, that's a boon. Not that I take
was
drugs.
in Portugal less than a year ago. It was fucking fantastic.
Yes.
You'd love it.
Yes.
But the issue you'd have is you go to book the tickets and you go, I'll just book a place at a batch in New Zealand and not never leave the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Nothing wrong with that either, Keys.
No,
Is your wife a good organizer of these sorts of things?
No.
Is she not?
No.
You need an organizer somewhere.
Well,
in a
we have
relationship.
one. My daughter, who's travelled extensively the last 3.5 years,
And
4
she's
years.
part of that trip, right?
Yes,
What-
she's a machine.
Well, then just get her to just say, hey, here's my card.
Well,
Take
no,
care
You
of it.
sort it out.
The issue that we're having is because we want all the girls to come and coordinating with
Yeah.
everyone's sort of holiday plans and stuff like that and costs and that sort of stuff and I can't really afford to do that and I don't know if I can get that time off and that sort of stuff. If
Yeah.
it was just me and my wife, sweet as.
That's the thing, is that we were always sort of dealing with that with the family, the wider family.
Yes.
And it always ends up being a massive pain in the ass. And generally we pay for it and get people to pay us back when they can.
Sure.
And that way at least it's happening.
Yes.
But it always ends up being a fucking palaver. And so
Yes.
now it's just like, this is when we're going. These are the dates. This is where we'll be. If you want to go, sort yourselves out.
That's pretty much what we've said.
Yeah.
We're doing this till this, and if you want to come,
Sweet as.
fill your boots.
And you're going to lock it in?
And if you don't, then we'll just be at home watching TV, all goods.
Or, you
So
know,
we won't go.
Yeah.
Have you ever been overseas for New Year's, Jace? Because I know you've lived overseas, and you were in Mexico, I think, over summer, right?
Yeah. Did a New Year's over
For
there.
New...
Got no
yes,
memory
I
of
have.
that.
Yes.
You have. What was it like? Where'd you go?
Oh, but it was only in Vanuatu, so...
Vanuatu.
Vanuatu. Thank you.
Was that filming or something?
No,
Why'd you go to Vanuatu?
because the family wanted to do it, and I mean, I'm talking extended family, like sister-in-laws, father-in-laws, etc., etc.
What was that like? I bet that's not very developed, is it?
No, it's not. And the reason we went is because they just had those big hurricanes
Oh,
that
yeah.
had ripped the place apart. And they
Oh,
would,
looting.
And they would, no, Keezy, that's a bit racist, man.
Looting.
Um,
Don't start doing that. That's racist. to me.
and so they really needed
Cheap flights.
They needed, yes, it was cheap, but also they needed tourism to kick back in because
So
they
you were
needed
doing
them.
it out of the kindness of your heart.
Absolutely.
What a
And
lot of
also,
shit.
we stopped where we stayed was this
What a-
big.
Did you
big-
write that off as charity?
Well, we didn't even pay for it.
Oh, yeah. Good.
That's the point.
That's how kind you are.
And
Oh,
we
your
stayed in
family
this. We stayed in this massive, sort of colonial villa, which was magnificent.
Yeah.
Right on the water.
Did it have slaves?
Yeah, it's a big old slave manor, you were saying.
There were people that worked there. Yeah.
Weren't you wearing like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
white linen suit the whole time and hat?
Yes, I was a Panama hat and boat shoes. To be fair, there wasn't a lot going on there, but we got around the villages, and because we didn't have transport, there was this one dude that went, "I'll take you wherever you want to go," and he had a van, and it was, from recollection, $50 or $60.
That's right.
For every single
Everywhere
trip.
you went, yeah.
Everywhere we went, even if it was just 5 minutes down the road. it
That's
was
what-
$50.
That's what where you're planning to go is like. That's what where I'm planning to go is like as well. Mexico's
Right.
probably like that. You could probably just get someone, they'll be like, yeah, I'll look after you the whole day. Just give me a call and I'll... Absolutely.
No, I'll just get a moped.
Sorry, where are you going?
Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What?
yeah. Good morning, Vietnam. When you're
Oh,
in,
we've changed from Sri Lanka because it got a bit
No,
wet.
you said you were going to Bali.
Oh, no, Bali's too populated at that time of the year.
Correct.
when you go to
Vietnam's cold that time of year.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll be warm. When you go to a Vanuatu, when you
16
went
degrees.
there, did you sort of do a travelling sort of theatre show and go around to the different villages and sort of do Shakespeare and, like anything like that?
Yes,
They
I
would have
did.
loved it. Good.
Yes, I did, Mogi.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that was the part genuinely that I loved the most was actually
Yes.
going. The guy who was our taxi driver took us to his village, and just cruising around there and just having a look at it was fucking interesting.
What sort
man.
of stuff did you do? Like scenes from Gormsby and
Yeah,
Broken Wood?
we
and-
did a lot of improv.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd get the villagers involved in it.
Sounds
did
racist.
they know that they
And-
were part of an improv group? Or was it sort of theatre by stealth, which I enjoy? Theatre by stealth.
Oh, they eventually picked up that it was, it was part of a group thing.
Where are you going in Vietnam?
Well, we've decided on
Ho Chi Minh City.
We're going to have two bases. We're going to go stay in one place for 3 or 4 days, and then travel for 3 or 4 days, and then stay in another place for 3 or 4
So
days.
Ho Chi Minh is because I was originally going to go to
Ho
Vietnam.
Chi Minh, I think, is
Ho Chi Minh's in the very south.
It's Ho
Yes.
Chi Minh, not Ho Chi Minh.
So to go from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi,
Ho,
which is
ho.
the other big city, is
Yes.
quite a thing.
distance. Yes.
And then if you want to go to Ha Long Bay, you need like all the real good stuff's in the north. But the reason we're not going there, and like Hoi An as well with the lanterns and blah blah. The reason we're not going there is because it's only about 16 degrees and quite wet and foggy.
Okay, I'm going to
Like
cancel it,
Wellington.
man. I'm
So
cancelling
just
it
stay
now.
home, brother.
Why don't you just
totally.
come? Why don't your whole family just come with me on my
Sex
trip?
tourism is huge over there.
Sex tourism.
Sex tourism.
The hell's sex tourism?
I said sex tourism.
No, you did it.
Well,
But
that-
your,
isn't that-
your filthy ears didn't hear it
Isn't
right.
that where Anil May came from, originated from?
Sex tourism, yeah. Well, we've sorted that out. Hey, listen to the Hauraki Big Show.
Or don't, it's up to you.
Jace. 4 till 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Good
It's
on you,
really
man.
great. Also, you should watch this episode on YouTube.
Hey, Pugson, can you clip off that sex tourism thing, man? I'm sure I said tourism.
Actually, yeah, it's a good one. We'll solve that on the show later tonight. All right, see ya.
Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. Or give their podcast a hoon on iHeartRadio.